Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Dropping back, it's Allard. Steps away. It's caught. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I love the play call. First play in the game, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players the football right now and let you know about it. Awesome job.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. They'll run it from the gun. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Rides the back on the option to give.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Nittany Lions have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Toss sweep to the right. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll go to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Young. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw at Simpson. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Here's what I do. I put a great receiver in the slot, and I see how you want to set your defense. You don't want to bring a corner to him. You want to play him with a safety. You want to play him with a linebacker. You want to play zone. Okay, I'm going to use that guy as an absolute weapon of mass destruction and make big plays like this.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Hale. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. Got enough space.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for blockers. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Aller. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. With a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And the Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Aller. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pena. At the 20, he's got space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Simpson. Got his man quickly. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Trying to set up the screen. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Runs through a tackle.
You know, we talked about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Blasted as he lets it go. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They'll move the tight end. The give from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. He's got an open man. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Alabama quickly back to the line. They feed him again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
To the air, it's Simpson. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man, it's Pena. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Thrust that arm out. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback to take a breath and exhale.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They've got to do a better job.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, I'm out of space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Young. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bama!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This drive from their own 18-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Aller. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Ross.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
to the ground with the back. The Nittany Lions are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Back to throw, it's Aller. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
They stop him well short of the marker. It's fourth down from the 27. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's lost. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Right on the money. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
And for defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. Right down the gut of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the fourth. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incomplete.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today, taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Here comes the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Allard. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You can punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
And it was so important for the offense.